Hello, and welcome to Dice Friends. I'm Dale. I'll be your game master today. This is episode 2 of Trouble in Paradise. We are using the Paranoia Red Clearance Edition rules. I'm going to tell you a little bit about the setting in a minute, but first we're going to do some character introductions. We'll start with Kathleen and go around the table.
Hello, I am Kennedy R, NHL2 now, because I died a little bit last turn. But you know what? I've been having a good day, and I'm kind of feeling it. I feel refreshed.
Hello, I'm Ian, and I'll be playing Ira R-TUV2. I'm a friendly guy who's here to help, and I hope I will.
I'm Beej, and I'm playing Blake R. LWW2, meaning I've also died once and I'm on another clone. Everyone seems to be a little into making my life a little bit harder than it really needs to be, but it's fine. It's fine. I'm not blue anymore, so I don't have to walk around with a registered mutant badge on anymore. I can just be happy in my red jumpsuit.
Hi, my name is Jacob Burgess. I'm the community manager for Yesbird Games and a voice actor and a games writer, and I am playing Jordan R. EAA2. And I used to be a dinosaur, and now I'm not. And that's great.
Hooray! I'm glad I gave you something that was great, Jacob.
Me too, Dale.
I like both of your new bodies. Very bipedal in your case. And, well, I guess you were bipedal before, but with more equal limb distribution, I guess, now. So that's like an upgrade for you. Blake, you are not blue anymore, but I do like your wings.
I liked my wings.
I did too.
Yeah.
They were nice wings.
They
were super cool.
They were nice wings, and being blue was interesting. Definitely nobody looked at me weird.
I'm going to tell them about the setting.
Yeah, sorry.
No worries. All right, so it's far time in the future. The world as we know it has ended. We're in post-apocalyptic place with hardly any humans. There are some humans left. There are these fine people, for example, and they are very lucky not only because they're still alive, but also because they live in paradise. This absolute utopia they know is an ideal situation for them because the computer that controls everything has told them that this is the case. And only a traitor contradicts the computer. So, these PCs are clones. They've mentioned they've died once. You see that they have a different number at the end of their name that is signifying which body they're on. They have 6 total. There are ways of upping that potential number. We'll see if they get there in time. The names have 4 sections. There's their personal name, there's their security clearance, which is the letter right after their personal name, there's the sector they initially came from, and then their body number. I want to talk to you about security clearances. Most people, like 70% of the people, are what's called infrared clearance. Then it goes red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet, and then there are at most a dozen ultraviolets who are basically in charge. They have access to the computer's source code, which gives them a lot of power. Now, because the computer loves you and wants what's best for you, it has made everything really easy for you to tell whether you can access it or not, because if it's your security clearance color or lower, you can pick it up. But none of these people, for example, can pick up an orange because that's above their security clearance, which they can tell by looking at it. Now, the way that their spare bodies have been activated is their memories are uploaded into the cloud by their cybernetic implants in their skulls called their cerebral core tech. This also ties in with the Mark II eyeball, which gives them a HUD, a heads-up display with lots of real-time information, including other people's names. So if you're not sure who someone is, you look at them, and above their name, above their head, it gives you their name. If you're a troubleshooter, you can also see how many treason stars they have. Now, none of you fine folk have any treason stars at all. Of course you're not traitors. This is only gonna be good. I think I've given you the bulk of what you need to know to dive into the stream. The setting's more complicated than that. We'll figure it out. So your team leader is gonna tell you what you're doing this week. your team leader.
So I'm a fitness officer because, like, look at this body. It's pretty good, right? Like, I can see why I would be chosen for this high honor from my friend Computer. What else do we got?
As public relations officer, I can tell a body like that is going to bring up the perception of our team immensely. I think you should definitely represent things.
I feel like there's the representative aspect and there's the actual, like, you know, making decisions aspect. And I feel like a public relations officer would be, like, actually way more high up the chain than a fitness officer. Like, I'm an aerobics instructor.
Oh, I'm just good at talking. What are you guys good at?
Staying quiet when we don't need to be talking, I guess.
You're a librarian!
Hey, Jordan R., it's good to see you again. I'm glad we're all on the same team. What is your job on the troubleshooter team?
Combat officer.
Interesting.
I
Interesting job.
Combat officer.
The populace loves combat.
Yeah, that definitely seems like the most high-ranking and prestigious position.
Also, the person who has the decisions which matter most.
That's true, exactly. Like, I can talk to you about core strength, but, like, at the end of the day, that's live or die. What he says, it like, directly impacts my stuff.
I need to go get something. From our equipment officer,
Oh,
which I'm hoping is here.
The equipment officer clearly has not arrived yet. I can say that in all confidence as team leader of troubleshooter team EAA-4.
that's us.
That's
Yay!
us.
It is.
Good. Okay, we're all on the same team. Thank goodness. Okay.
Yes.
The equipment officer hasn't shown up. I'm not pulling double duty again. Did anyone else talk to anyone giving out assignments and maybe be given a kit or some sort of... No? Well, hey, you know what they say? If you don't have equipment, you don't risk losing it.
Perhaps we could go to the troubleshooter office and try to sort out this snafu. Yes?
I think you're meeting in like the foyer of the troubleshooter office.
Oh, marvelous. Yes.
All right, well,
So
if
you know where your team supervisor is. She's just through that door.
I'm just saying that after last time, what happened with all the equipment, that maybe we didn't want to risk losing, oh, I don't know, 350 XP points, roughly, for not returning all the equipment in standard order. But hey, if you guys want equipment, let's go talk to.
You know what? I'm good.
Let's go.
I've got all the guns I need right here as the fitness officer.
Great.
Is that
Do
enough
you-
guns for you?
Do you need equipment,
I
PR officer?
could use some way of recording or possibly broadcasting what we're doing, but
And you, combat officer, could you use more than just your bare hands?
That would be wonderful. Yes. Thank you. Because it came to my attention that last time we were to have guns, and in the milieu, did not receive them. Blake R. So yes, it would be very nice to have them this time.
Yes.
Wouldn't it?
I agree. I got so hung up on passing out your kits that I forgot we were given not only guns but also red jumpsuits that had reflect armor in them. So this time we'll be a little more cautious about the equipment we need. Let's actually go talk to our to our supervisor.
Please.
Is it the same person that's on my intro?
Yes.
Elizabeth.
Elizabeth Y.
Oh, good. Okay,
And you can let me know when your parcel arrives.
Understood.
She didn't actually leave, did she?
She did not. She
Great.
sent you out.
Okay. Well, I buzz or knock or ring the bell or whatever it is that we do here that's normal for citizens of Alpha Complex.
No response. You know that it's just a little room, and she's right on the other side of the door.
Elizabeth Yellow, EZJ4, may or may not want to be interrupted as a yellow, but then again, I am team leader and I have concern. Okay, I buzz the comm and ask Elizabeth Yellow, can I ask you a couple questions before we leave? Does the comm work? Does she respond?
So I don't know how you would know if the comm works, but she doesn't respond.
Okay. Great.
How's
I
it
open
going?
the door. I just open the door.
All right, so she's
Oh.
in there. She's dressed all in black, except she has a yellow visor.
Oh, does she look cool?
I think she does.
Can I peek in and be like, yeah?
She's like, yeah, you have a mission.
Elizabeth, why we didn't receive any equipment?
Huh.
Please, Midnight, we didn't receive any equipment.
Oh, did your boss forget to assign you an equipment officer? Boy, she sure deserves to be fired. She sure deserves to be fired for not giving you an equipment officer.
May I poke my head in? Yes, I poke my head in. Excuse me, we don't actually care about the officer, just the equipment. Thank you.
Huh.
Great.
If we're gonna seal the crack in this wall, in the outer wall of Alpha Complex, we need something to seal the crack with.
Guess you're gonna fail your mission then.
Okay, thanks, Midnight.
You're welcome.
We're gonna just go.
Oh, good.
Fine. Let's
Door closes.
How did it go?
not. You know what? She thinks that we can act on our own recognizance and utilize whatever it is we need to fill a crack in a wall. My HUD will take us to that location. In fact, I even have some ideas about where I might be able to find something to fill that crack.
Spectacular. Any signs of initiative and ingenuity will surely boost our perception within the public sphere.
Do we still have a camera crew assigned to us
With a Kimbot.
because of trackers?
So,
Shooters.
Shooters.
Yes.
shooters, yes, because you're
Troubleshooters, yeah.
Yes. So, in fact, you don't know this yet, but as soon as you leave the office, they're waiting for you in the corridor outside. But at this point, you might think, hey, we have no camera.
I was kind of curious.
No.
Okay.
Nope.
Cool.
Okay.
All right.
Nope.
I am confident that we can find a way to repair this crack.
I want to wait until we're on camera.
Okay. I'm confident that we can find a way to repair this crack once we get on our way to go there.
Wait, what do we have to do? I'm sorry.
There's a crack in a wall in
We have to fight a giant squid.
a wall has become cracked.
And we need to make sure there's no
Like-
more crack in that wall.
Like a little crack or like a big crack?
It's a crack in the outer wall of Alpha Complex, which means it's probably leaking some of inside to outside or leaking some of outside inside.
Now, of course, you know that there is really nothing outside.
Wait, how so this is- sorry, this is a timeout.
Yes.
How much do the characters like? I mean, Alpha Complex is undefined, but to my mind, it's like basically Red Dwarf, right? Like floating through. So like, but like the characters don't have any concept of that. Like, I'm not going to be worried about the atmosphere venting in game, am I?
I feel like you have heard so many stories. You can believe whatever you like. The stories contradict themselves so much that it's reasonable for you to assume that there's all nothingness. There are stories about the outside, and there are different stories about the underplex, that Alpha Complex keeps going down after level Z. Because you're from these 3-letter sectors. The first letter is your level. So A is at the very top, Z is at the very bottom, British game. And you're on E, so you're fairly high up.
Oh, this
But-
is a nice one.
Yeah, but there are lots of stories about what's below level Z.
Interesting. Cool.
And see,
So-
my character believes that we are actually this is tunneled down under the ground in some planet somewhere.
Ah.
See, so it's nobody really has a good fix, I think, on what's going on except
Okay.
the ultraviolets.
Well, I just wanted to know sort of like what my character thought that like inherent peril of there being an outside hole in the wall would be, or if I had any idea. Turns out, whatever I feel like.
Yes.
Excellent.
I think it's giant squid.
It's It's just a crack in the wall to the Kraken dimension.
Yes.
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 That sounds great.
That sounds terrifying. Let's seal the hole immediately.
Let's get rid of that hole.
Well, any crack in the wall needs to be sealed. All right. In fact, I happen to have some friends who might even be able to provide us with what we need upon getting to the location. And the crack is...
Your HUD will give you an arrow. As soon as
Thank Christ.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. Well, then let's head to the train bot, the transbot station,
Right.
to catch a train to the. Is it in the sector? It's in EAA. Like let's.
You have not been told that.
Right,
So
yes.
right now the arrow is pointing you out the office door.
Let's just leave the office.
Cool.
All right.
I guess it makes sense that the location of a crack is a little bit secret because they don't want looky-loos.
And we are in EAA, which means we would be right in the corner.
Well done.
So it's probably on one of those two walls. So it's probably just in our sector.
Oh,
This is great. We don't have to go anywhere else.
sure.
Yeah, this is what I've decided that.
Okay.
My sector, you're from outside. Now,
Now,
please.
all right. So you walk out, and there is a little hoverbot that has a package for you, and also there is a version of Kim who is looking all brand shiny and new, and there's a man with very broad shoulders, and he is Liam B, and he's wearing blue.
Woo.
And he says, I'm so glad you finally got here. I am your producer. I just want you to be extra careful on shooters. Your first episode was so spectacular, we have to keep this going. There was such good chemistry, you did such good actiony things. If at some point you feel like something could have been better, it's okay to back things up and do whatever it was you just did a second time more spectacularly. Kim can cut it out later.
The magic of nonlinear editing.
So, you have set yourselves a high standard. I want every episode to be just as good as your first one.
Great.
We all got blown up at the end of the last one. Or are you talking more from like equips and like good looks towards the camera point of view?
No, you shouldn't do that. The blowing up was awesome.
We might run.
That's fine. All right.
We might.
So, he starts to walk away. You have a parcel.
Yes, indeed. I just like there are steps, there are somewhere I can sit
Sure.
out here. Great. Just kind of like sit down. It takes me much longer than I'm comfortable with to actually like get my ass to the ground, sit with the package and just be like, this is going to go much, much better than last time.
What you got there?
A sniper rifle. Just rack it, sling it. I'm going to use it from exceptionally close range.
It's probably more powerful that way.
I'm super
That's
excited.
my thinking.
Do you have
Yes,
you have firearm skills? Eh?
very
I
much.
can't wait.
Me too.
There are some screens nearby. They're showing some alerts.
Oh, what do the alerts say?
There is a clone who is wanted by the computer, and there is a reward offered.
Is there a name?
Yes, Veronica GEBE7. She's apparently on the loose in Sector EAA.
Okay.
7.
Because once you're green, you can buy more bodies.
She's on the run and she's green.
Yes.
Whoa.
Why did I write down J?
Anyway, that's the thing.
Good to know.
Your arrow is pointing that way.
Let's go that way.
All right. So you start going that way. Do you keep going that way after the big screamy explosion comes from the other direction?
I grip my teeth and I continue walking the way the arrow tells me to go.
All right.
Does the team follow?
Of course.
Okay.
In fact, I look directly into the Kimbot and state, it's important to know, kids at home.
Kimbot.
Oh, sorry, that would be my Kimbot.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yes.
It's important to know, kids at home, that when you're a troubleshooter, you're supposed to stay on mission, unless it's an emergency. And an explosion isn't always an emergency.
Oh, but it might be an emergency. How?
I'm sure friend computer would never let anything explode without a reason.
How? Yeah. Yes. You're right. Let's keep going.
All right, so you keep going. You ignore the screams of the people, and you ignore the weird, screamy electronic sounds. That's fine. Probably boring.
I will be taking up the rear with the sniper rifle. I assume
Right.
it has a scope with zoom.
Uh-huh.
I would like to scope with zoom just in that general direction and see if there's anything critical happening right now. Please.
Okay, so you are you any good with firearms? Have you ever fired a gun before? I don't think you have. Now, what I think I want from you then is a guns check. Should this be violence or this maybe mechanic guns? 'Cause
I would
you're
say
just
mechanics guns because I'm just looking.
Yeah.
I do
and you've
have-
never looked through a scope before, so
I have never looked through a scope before, but with Guns 3, would I know what trigger discipline is?
yes. Oh yeah, you've got all this information that has been downloaded into your brain that you've never ever used.
I would like to very specifically state that I check the safety, I make sure that no bullet is racked, and I am exercising trigger discipline.
Okay.
Because Jacob used to do like gun tournaments. That is what I do. Good. Holy Lord. I'm already sweating.
So when you had said earlier that I grab the gun, I rack it, I'm like, oh
No.
shit.
No.
Not exactly what you meant. Sure.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
I knew it. I used to teach rifle
Yes.
stuff. Yeah.
Yep.
We're on the
Yeah,
same
yeah.
page.
Okay, good. Awesome. Excellent. I still hate you. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and a compooper. I would like to take a moment to prepare and calibrate so that these bonus dice... Oh, do I get these bonus dice?
So
I don't know how this works. I'm sorry.
All right.
How do I use my new toy, Dad?
So you see that your equipment has a level number. It's level 2.
Yes.
So that means that when you're using it, you have 2 bonus dice.
Okay.
But if you haven't had time to sort of get the weapon ready,
Right.
those are negatives
So
instead of
that will
positives.
take away from the pool unless it kicks me into negative and then the weird thing. Yeah, okay. I would like to take the moment to prepare then.
Sure.
So that those do not become negative.
Great.
Do I get those bonus dice?
Yes.
Marvelous. May I have one of your dice, please? Thank you
Blue
kindly.
seems like the least violent color.
I'm just looking for more successes than fails.
How about an equal number of successes and fails?
I'll do different things with that.
Yay. There you are. Thank you.
All right. So, with equal successes and fails, you think you are totally on top of this gun safety stuff that you've never done before.
Indeed.
Yeah. And,
Very convinced.
Right. Very convinced. And you are looking through this scope. And you see a bit of smoke, and you see an infrared who's stumbling. There's this screaming, and sort of the infrared stumbles around a corner, and there's green fire sort of billowing up from the infrared's jumpsuit. And
not allowed
then
to touch green.
he falls over.
Everything's fine here.
Great. Let's keep going.
Cool.
We're
I
gonna fix that crack.
I'm gonna very quietly tell Blake everything I just saw. I'm not living with this alone.
The camera's still just on us, right? The camera's not.
So
Is it a
Kim is
360?
following behind you. Yeah, she's got awesome sensors, but she'll cut it down to just whatever is appropriate for viewing later.
Oh, I see.
But she's currently recording 360.
She can probably edit all of that other stuff in to make it look like we helped with that.
How would our characters feel, out of character? How do our characters feel about, like, mission versus an infrared is the low? Mm-hmm. Oh,
But
okay.
we used to be them.
Yeah, that's right. We did. Never mind. No,
long
what
ago.
we're doing, what we're doing is higher priority.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
A crack into yes, like that sucks that there's a fire going on, but there are other. There's literally beside troubleshooter headquarters, there are other troubleshooters, and also this is a crack into the unknowable ether outside of Alpha Complex, which seems like kind of a big deal.
Yes, yes.
All right.
Crack.
Importantly, the green fire seems to be asserting dominance over these infrareds, which is just what nature intended.
I pull out my comlink because we have those.
You, in fact, have your cerebral cortex.
Ah.
You can text people or call people with your brain.
And I don't even have to say it out loud.
It gets confusing if you don't, but you're
Okay.
right.
All right.
You can try to mumble it.
Okay. Well, I'm
Gonna call your supervisor?
gonna contact my friend who I figure will have some equipment that can help us repair this crack, just so that they
Yes.
can deliver it ahead of time. So I contact Lucrezia O EBA3
Right.
via an encrypted message because that's how Lucrezia likes to.
So you, as far as I remember, don't have the ability to encrypt. You know how to
I don't.
decrypt.
Right.
I could be wrong.
No,
Am
no,
I wrong?
I think you're right. Yes. It makes sense with what has to happen here. So no, I don't get to send an encrypted message.
Okay.
Okay. So I send Lucrezia the message, Alpha Complex is fun, and I wait for her to get back to me.
Okay.
Okay. And continue following this arrow, and everyone follows along single file.
All right. So you are heading deeper into sector EAA, further from Transbot Station EAA/OT7, which is the closest Transbot station to Troubleshooter headquarters. So presumably you're not being sent someplace on a Transbot.
That makes sense. Okay.
You're tromping along, and as you're doing so, I don't know if I've ever asked for this in Paranoia before, but I'd like a marching order, because you said you're single file.
I'm leading.
Yes.
Yes. I'm in front.
Okay.
Yes.
I'll probably be behind, trying to interact with the camera.
Okay, so Kim is taking up the rear, so you're
Just in front of-
in position 4.
I
Great.
guess I'm in 2.
Okay,
Okay.
Also in front.
also
So
in
you're
front.
walking beside me.
Yeah,
You
because
have my
I
shoulder?
came up to
Yeah.
Yep. I
Okay.
came up to whisper that thing. Yeah. We live with this together.
Okay, so we're not marching single file.
1, 1, 2, 2, 4 is our marching order.
Sure.
Yep.
All right. As you're marching along, a guy in red coveralls, his name is Sid REDA2. He has some sort of metal tool. He comes running out of a side corridor and says, Jordan R., I need to talk to you over here in private.
Now, hang on, Sid R. We're on a troubleshooter mission together. We just can't stop to have personal conversations.
Actually, you can. I'll show you.
We'll show you. Dude.
If it's important enough to talk to Jordan, then Jordan R, then it's important enough to talk to all of us at the same time. And this camera that's accompanying us from the show Shooters.
And
And
I'd like to have a private conversation with you in that side corridor.
Cool. Cool.
we can just keep walking, buddy. We can just make it all us. Just keep on going. If that's what you want.
I look back at the camera. That'd be great.
Yeah, we're just gonna keep walking. Sid, if you want to walk with us and talk in front of the camera, we're more than happy to plug our ears while you do it. While you talk to Jordan. If you need to have a private conversation, but we have to keep walking because we have a very important job to accomplish.
You should go do your job. And this guy's sweating now. He's like,
Does he look nervous or does he look angry?
Oh, the former.
Oh.
I have a message that I'm supposed to deliver to you.
So I'm going to be right back, and I'll tell you all about it in just a moment. Wink at the camera.
We'll just walk a
Yep.
little
Yep.
slower,
Yep.
but ahead.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
yes. I'm sorry?
Thank you for splitting the party.
Remember, kids, troubleshooter teams are made up of more than one person, so that if someone has important business that they also need to attend to at the same time, they can do it.
What is a kid?
I believe it's a designation for people. It's a Kilo Indigo Delta
Ooh.
Delta.
Oh, that's who are watching this.
I'd assume that the editors are a very high level group of people.
You get the XP points as soon as you do that. Okay.
Oh, I'm not doing this for XP.
The citizens of Sector KID.
All right. So you go back to the ambush, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. It's definitely like, come with me if I yell.
Well, if you yell, then obviously you want us to come find you.
Thank you, Blake.
So before he and the two infrareds jump you,
Yes.
it's like, Mazio says you're supposed to do whatever it is you're supposed to do, and then he swings his metal tool at you.
Right.
And we're going to do a combat thing. So, to review, the way combat works is I'm going to give you 5 seconds, and during that 5 seconds, you can choose a card. And then that will have your action order on it. And then we will go down the action order number. I'll start at 10. And then you can do either what's on your card, such as shoot your gun. Your gun will have an action order number on it. Or you can just use that number and do something plain. You can also shoot your gun without using the card, but then you don't get your bonus dice. Like if you have
Understood,
some
right.
other card that you want to use instead.
Yep.
And you guys have gone around a corner so that the camera can no longer see these two infrareds come running out to try to beat up the rogue red, but I trust you to act appropriately, whatever that means. So you have 5 seconds to choose a card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so anybody acting on 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
Me.
Okay.
I'm not using my card, but I'm gonna get curious, and I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna go and like go back and like see what's happening.
Okay.
And I'm also gonna motion to Kim.
Okay.
You did say like yelling is a free action essentially.
Right.
Yes. Okay. Cool. Yes. I would like to have indicated like Nibbles, Jordan, like kind of understood what was about to happen and was like, okay, like come and help me. Unless Blake's like, and then just like took off.
And,
Yeah.
and you can basically text with your brains.
Oh, okay,
right?
great. Oh, that's right.
right.
Yes, I'd like to do that.
So you
All right.
want help?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Oh God, yes.
I guess on 5, as soon as this, I will come. I'll be like, all right, it's gone on enough.
Like as I'm walking, it's definitely everybody gets a text like, "This is probably an ambush. I'd appreciate assistance."
Okay.
Thumbs up, little dino emoji.
All right. Well, it takes me a few seconds to gather my conscience and decide how good I am when I come to your aid.
All right.
you.
So you have run back around the corner and you have motioned to Kim.
Yeah, I have run back around the corner. I have motioned to Kim to follow me, and then I'm gonna sort of like be a bit more sneaky about coming around because like I don't want to like also get ambushed.
Oh, okay. So you should give me, I think, a chutzpah sneak roll. What do you got?
Well, I have chutzpah and
Is there a stealth or a sneak or a...
no. I
Okay.
have bluff, intimidate, psychology, program, melee, charm, athletics, probably athletics.
I think probably just chutzpah. 'cause
Okay.
there are skills especially for this.
Okay. All
But
right.
you're good at chutzpah.
I am. I have a
And
3
you get
in
a computer
chutzpah.
die.
And that's it. All right. Oh, wow. Okay, so I have 3 failures.
Yes, you have.
Excellent.
So we learned about this great thing last episode called Moxie, and you can spend it to re-roll everything.
Yeah, but then I would lose experience points to buy it back.
And she's just failing on being sneaky. Maybe
Yeah.
she doesn't care if she like stumbles and like boom, 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 face plants.
I
Counterpoint.
don't trust you.
You can also die and get all your moxie back.
That's true. Well, this seems like it would get me deader faster, wouldn't it then? All right, so I'm going to take my 3 failures.
All right.
Let's see. So I'm going to say I'm trying to sneak, and it's cold, and there's some water.
Okay.
So in my trying to do a sneaky thing, I slip in some water. That's failure 1. I go directly onto my butt. That is failure 2. And I go, ah!
So I think that the biggest failure here is you look completely undignified on camera.
That is the 3rd failure, I
Okay.
think. So I look bad on camera. And now I'm on the floor around the corner from where Jordan is being ambushed.
Yes.
Going, oh, my butt on camera.
So
When injured, it's important to rest.
I hurt my bottom.
so that was 5, 4, 3. You're on 3?
3, yes. Making a... I don't have the opportunity to rack this. The gentleman that has taken a swing at me, I would like to yell, over here to draw the attention of anybody else that might be in the area that wants to come over and view us being absolutely fantastic. You're welcome, PR officer.
Thank you.
Hey. And then I'm going to shoot this guy about here.
Okay.
Yes. I don't have the time to prep the sniper rifle, so that's -2 dice, right?
Yes.
And that would be violence guns,
Guns.
correct?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, violence 2, guns 3, -2. Okay. Excellent.
That's still pretty good.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah.
I'm
I want to bring that closer. We can
happy
do
with that.
If that's simpler. I don't know if it is. I can put it back.
That's okay.
Look at what it
That's a dead man.
That's a dead man. Yeah, that's 3 successes.
Yep.
And no failures.
May I?
You may.
Thank you. Just as the gentleman's coming at me, Jordan sighs, scopes, says to himself and anybody within earshot, I'm so tired of incompetence. Boom! And then that man's head becomes a fine, fine mist.
Okay. So that was 3?
That was 3, yes.
All right. Well, how about 2? Anybody going on 2? He was going on 2, but he's not going to go on 2. The other 2 are going on 1. Anybody else going on 1?
I'm on 1.
Okay. What would you like to do on 1?
Well, upon seeing these infrared people suddenly, attempt violence at a red person, and then B, unauthorizedly paint this corridor with a red color, it's most important to hold up what Friend Computer finds most sacrosanct, and that is the division of the levels, and therefore these people will have to be punished publicly. I'm going to attempt to punch the surviving one square in the kisser.
All right. So there are 2 surviving infrareds. The red is the one, I think you shot the red, the guy who came and grabbed you, right?
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So there are 2 surviving infrareds, Frank EAA1 and Lorraine EAA1.
Oh, in that case, then, my justification has to change just a bit.
Okay.
In that case, it's a case of a red person, a red resident of Alpha Complex, unauthorizedly giving red level clearance to infrareds around them. And again, they must be punished.
Yes. So you're not trying to be sneaky. You're just running around and trying to smash somebody. So I think for you, that's going to be a violence melee.
Perfect. That's going to be a 3 on my violence, plus a 5 on my melee. Can I
Whoa!
grab 2 more die, please? Thank you.
What? You a beef boy.
What a good PR officer.
Public relations.
Plus the computer die.
It's just a maw of dice. Oh no.
It just increases your chances of failure.
So we learned about this great thing called Moxie.
Yeah, we won't be using that today. So
We won't be using Moxie today?
our failures.
1s are failures, 5s and 6s are successes.
Great, that's 2 failures and no success whatsoever.
Are you sure you wouldn't
Want to maybe
use a little,
Absolutely.
just a touch of Moxie?
Well, I rolled as many dice as I possibly could, and that tells me that they didn't want me to win that roll.
Sure.
So I think what happens is you're really focused on this, you're reading the text, you're looking, and while you're...
Camera, probably?
Yeah, and you're sprinting around this corner, there's a patch of water and a person that you weren't expecting to be there.
Oh, no.
I think over to you.
Well, at that point, I'd probably end up plowing directly into this person at perfect speed. Now, I'm coming around the corner,
Presumably, if you're going to go help with the fight.
so that means I'm going to plow into this person. Now, this is a very... I was ready. I was wound up, ready to go, which means that I'm going to be impacting this person with a fairly heavy level of impact. Do I get a look at them at all?
Well,
No, it doesn't matter.
No, I'm on the
Doesn't-
ground. You're tripping over me. You're not hitting me.
Oh, you!
Yeah, you're tripping over me.
Oh, well, in that
I
case, yeah, I'm going straight forward, face first, into whatever. I'm assuming I didn't quite round the corner, which means I'm coming right into the corner of that corner.
I think, we have 2 failures here, and each of you are hurt. Does that sound reasonable?
Yeah.
That sounds fairly reasonable.
All right. Anyone else going on 1? I'm going on 1.
Oh, Jesus.
All right. So I have my 2 infrareds who just have to land a punch and then they can run away. So my poor little infrared number 1, this is Lorraine. She just wants to hit you and then leave. Oh, I rolled a 5 and a 6.
I can use a reaction.
You
correct?
can.
Yes. Excellent. Called shot to the groin. Small target, big effect. The attack strikes your target in a very painful area, but the effects aren't permanent. Roll a die. If the target is an NPC, they're out of action for that many rounds. If they're a PC, they're out of action for half that many rounds.
Okay.
So before her attack lands, I would like to kick her even nethers.
Yes. In the pixelated area.
Yes, right in the pixelated area.
As far as Kim is concerned, yeah.
for 5 rounds.
Okay. So she goes down.
Yes, indeed. So sorry.
And everyone's like, And he is going to land a punch on you unless there's another reaction. I'm not telling you to react. I'm giving you an opportunity to react.
My face is.
Oh, okay, yes.
Good.
I mean, listen to Jacob if you want to. Otherwise, you're taking a point of damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want that.
I don't know if I have any good reactions for this specific situation.
Blake?
God, I don't want to play that.
That's fair. Don't. That expression scared me off of whatever. I'll take the point of damage. Don't even care.
We saw
Totally
some
good.
Cool reactions last time, so
Yeah.
they can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
right.
that's fine.
And then she turns and wants to leave. She hasn't left yet because she spent this turn punching you. Or no, I guess this is he. This was Frank.
Yes.
Because Lorraine's on the ground.
Yeah, Lorraine's on the ground.
All right. Anybody going on 0?
I am.
Oh, good.
Good. Walk around the corner. I don't run. I just because I realized that as I've been walking away slowly, that my team has been slowly peeling off from me to go help Jordan, which I wanted to go help, but obviously we have a mission to do, and I realized they're already all gone. So now I followed up from the rear.
You got that sweet text.
I did my best. I was like, I gotta go help them. Oh, you're already gone. Okay. So I walk around the corner. I see a man without a head. I see my fitness officer splayed on the floor with a wet ass. I see my PR officer, who appears to have a divot in the middle of his goddamn head. And I see you holding your face.
Yep.
I see a woman on the floor in a black jumpsuit. And I see another guy who's just turned around and is starting to leave.
Yes.
After, I'm assuming having punched you.
Yes.
And he just wants to leave now. Which is not how you win a fight. That's bad manners.
Yes, this fellow is rude. Oh, God. Do we have an etiquette officer in this team?
Sadly, no.
Midnight did not do you guys justice.
I don't know. Unfortunately, I do think that is Frank that got away.
Frank is turning to run away.
Okay.
And we're, right now it's Blake R. who's acting.
The crowds love an underdog.
Oh, I hate this.
You could do it, Blake.
Kim is filming everything.
Yes.
Great.
The face divot, the face plant, the face bruise.
Do I do some? Yes, of course I do. I pull out a red holster
Ah.
that has something in it.
Yes.
Yes. And I swing at the back of Frank's head. So he probably, because I walked up, I didn't make a lot of noise, so I have to assume I can swing this at the back of Frank's head and hit him in the back of the head with it.
So this holster was presumably
Presumably it was attached to me. I had this red holster.
Right.
With hidden within it is something.
Right, yes.
Yes.
But I'm just thinking, detaching the holster is not a fast act. Like if it's
I assumed it was on like a very heavy clip, like a very heavy like belt clip that you could slide the whole thing out. Is that not the case?
I'll say yes to that.
Okay. So, because I've seen drills have this kind of thing. So I'm assuming I just unclip the whole thing and I just bash him in the back of the head with it.
Sure.
Great.
I'll give you an extra die for this because that clip is kind of delicate and pointy and will make a nice dent on the back of his head.
Oh, I hope so. That's really good of you. Thank you. So that's violence of 0.
Yeah, and melee.
-2.
Okay.
So we're going for 6s. I rolled a 6 and I rolled the computer.
All right.
So last game, we learned about this thing.
I don't think it's going to get better than that.
The computer dice, when you roll the computer, it introduces stress.
Yes. So
Yes.
you will lose a point of moxie from this.
Okay.
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 So you have a 6 and you have the computer, which in this case is going to count as a success.
Are 4s failures on negative dice?
Yes.
That's a failure as well, then, because I rolled a 6, a 4, and that.
All right. So that's 2 successes and a failure, and
Yes.
you've taken your point of moxie.
Yes.
All right. So the failure is just going to be that this clip is completely bent and
Just
broken.
broken. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. And the successes mean that you take down Frank,
Good.
and then the computer is going to say, troubleshooter team EAA-4, you are not where you ought to be, nor are you going in the direction that you ought to be going. You need to go fix that crap. And this stresses you out.
It sure does. Can I talk to the computer, or is that just
Oh yeah, go ahead.
anything?
Please, anytime
Always
you
works.
like, please say anything.
Friend computer,
Yes.
this group of 3 miscreants attacked a member of a troubleshooter team on their way to accomplish a mission. The Sid R and Frank and Lorraine, both infrareds, both attempted to attack Jordan R. Completely without provocation. Could you please bring them to justice?
Yes, I will do that immediately. You need to get moving very quickly in order to get back on schedule.
Yes, friend computer, we will move immediately.
Excellent.
Great. I try to clip this thing back onto my belt.
Doesn't work.
Doesn't work. No, I have to just carry this now.
Then the computer calls you. Blake R. It's good that you are a troubleshooter team right in the area that I need you to be. There are 3 traitors who need to be brought to justice.
Oh.
Yes, friend computer, we will bring them to justice.
Excellent.
Does anyone have anything we can do to tie these people up or anything? No, we have no equipment, do we? Great. I pick up.
Lorraine is still conscious and is probably feeling okay. She's like, I can bring myself to justice. I'll just crawl away if that's all right.
Can we deputize a troubleshooting team?
We can't do it.
I know how to find out.
We can't. We have to bring in 3 bodies. Not it. I choose not to pick up the guy with no head.
How about we look? The computer has definitely said that we need to get what we're doing. We need to get this crack fixed ASAP. How about this? Lorraine and Frank, you two stay here. We have an important mission from the computer. You stay here and guard this headless body. That is your mission.
Okay.
We'll be back for you.
All right.
If you're not back, we'll report you for being naughty and for disobeying us because we are Reds.
And we have it on camera.
Tap tap.
Yes.
Point to Kim.
Okay.
In fact, while you're waiting, why don't you enjoy last week's episode of Shooters? It's available online, and I'm sure you have ample XP points to spend on it.
Do we have to?
You don't
Yes.
necessarily have to, but you might find you'll enjoy your time more when we turn you in if you've seen the last episode and know who we are.
Oh, I think I have a coupon for a free copy of that episode, so here you go. You
Oh,
can watch it
thank you.
Well, you can watch it while you're waiting for us to come back.
So she does take the coupon and she is going to watch that episode.
Excellent. Did we all earn a few points?
No, because she's not paying for it.
Oh, damn it! All right.
You get a commission when people pay
For it.
Yeah.
That's great. Well, let's be on our way. Resume the mission. Follow the arrow in my HUD.
Okay.
Betsy's sad.
That was super cool. Next time, get the shooting on camera, though.
I'll keep that in mind. Thank you very much for the advice.
Because that man's head just exploded.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, how are you feeling about that?
Fine. Just sling the thing.
I'm
Great.
I'm not the therapy officer. I'm the fitness officer. Maybe you want to do some stretches or something.
On the way. I'm going to be walking next to Kennedy and just being like, yes, what sort of stress-relieving stretches can we do whilst we're going, please?
All right.
And remember to the camera, and remember, kids, right? KIDS, yes. And remember, kids, stress is an important thing to mitigate. Stretching is incredibly important. Both your heart, your mind, and your body. Your stupid, stupid body.
So, we're continuing this. Do we make it?
Yep.
We make it.
Oh,
Do we make it?
We have some player-generated pox text that you make it. All right.
Great. We make
Okay,
it to the
you
crack.
make it. Hang on.
We make it. Okay, we make
Okay,
it to where
crack,
the arrow
yes.
is pointing us to.
Okay, great.
Great.
So this is
Okay, so, out of character, Jacob is a lore fiend. I want to look outside so badly. So badly.
Well,
Is everyone okay with that?
Well, in character, as someone who knows how to fix things, I do think it's important that we actually remove some of the excess material around the crack, because the crack is formed from soft issues, and so we'll need to excavate the exterior, so that should widen the crack a bit.
So the is the crack is it a so I watched a lot of home improvement television. Is the crack like a foundation crack where it is just a crack has appeared, or is it actually a fissure large enough that you can actually see through it?
So since I've been told that you arrived there, this is according to what your local knows it to be, and what the information on your HUD tells you, a very large open area. But when you're looking, you see that someone has built a structure up against sort of the exterior wall of the sector, and it's, say, 15 meters wide, and there are little cracks just sort of spider webbing out from either side of this structure. There's a door on this structure. It's blue Also, there is a pallet with a sign that says one door and a whole bunch of packing material that has been hastily torn away.
Is this a person-sized door?
Both doors are person-sized, yes.
Okay.
Well, one of the door that has been stolen, but the packing material makes it look like a person-sized door.
I didn't get an answer to my question. Is
Out of
everybody cool?
out of character, any knowledge of the outside, I think, makes us traitors.
I'm-
immediately.
I'm down, but
Okay.
that's why I'm asking.
Yeah.
Absolutely
Yeah.
needed.
Yeah, go right ahead. I'm
Cool.
I want to see trouble.
Yeah.
Kathleen, any?
Yeah, I mean, so I'm just trying to get my head around what exactly. So it was an open area that they have fenced in with like a 15-meter sort of like.
So imagine a warehouse.
Yes.
And it should be a completely open warehouse.
Right.
And one of the walls of the warehouse is the exterior wall of the sector.
Right.
But someone has built a building
Inside the warehouse.
inside the warehouse. It's like a 2-story building inside a 4-story warehouse.
Okay, and there's like a door in it that's
That's
blue,
blue.
in the center, and cracks are radiating out from the door.
No,
From the warehouse.
Oh, the warehouse
the
itself.
warehouse wall has cracks on either side of this little structure.
Oh.
Yeah, like someone has built a small building in front of what was probably could be something in the wall, so it obscures the wall completely, but there are cracks coming out further because it's like the building could have been built to completely obscure a hole in the wall.
Or it could be poor construction that's causing the cracks. We don't know yet. But I would like to have a quick conversation with Kim, if I may.
Okay.
Kim, as a team of troubleshooters and as the shooter for troubleshooters or for shooters, I want to make sure that you have the best angle for us to have the maximum impact on the public in this. I want us to look good. I want you to look good. I want shooters to be the best it can be.
I should not look good. People should never think about me being here.
That's right. So you need to be in the place where, the best place to capture what we're doing.
Oh, yeah, I'll just go up a couple stories and then I'll have a good angle.
That might be a problem because we need to go look at those cracks. So could you position yourself on the other side of that door?
Sure, open the door.
I'm afraid we can't do that.
Oh,
Yeah, we don't have clearance to do that, to open doors that are,
then
that
I
are blue.
look forward to seeing how you shoot this trouble.
Bots have lower than infrared clearance, so they can't interact with anything that even an infrared can interact with, I guess.
Yes to all of
Okay.
that, and certain bots have permission to go certain places above their clearance.
Great. Okay. Because I was like, yeah. Okay.
So, there's blue door.
If you would like to go along that idea, so let's pretend this is a video game and we're trying to get the camera in the right spot. So you've got to move the camera around. If we all huddle and try to get our plan, if we position ourselves in such a way where the only way that she can shoot us is if she is inside that door.
If she clips through the
Exactly.
building.
That's exactly it. So if we actually form a semicircle outside of the door, that might force her to
Do you know what
have to do that.
Do you know what the coolest looking shots are? The heroes running directly towards the camera.
Yes, but how do we convince her to be inside the door without her just standing in front of it?
Well, as long as we run directly towards the door.
She said yes. She's like, open the door and I'll go in.
Yeah, I get that.
So
Okay.
we just
We-
have to open
yeah,
the door.
No,
Can I look up-
but it's blue.
Can I look up the full name of the producer?
Yes, you can. Let me tell you the full name of the producer. It is Liam B. FAA6.
Cool.
I got player brain.
I-
Overcomplicating it.
Yeah.
That's a way better idea.
You're gonna text Liam?
I'm gonna figure out a way to get inside the door. Hey, could you do something very exciting with that gun over there? Like, just do me a favor. Just make it look real good for camera.
What did you have in mind?
anything that Kim will have to film.
Remember that Kim can see in 360 degrees.
I know, so you'll have to go around the corner.
Oh, like, okay. Completely out of sight.
Yes. Yep. Okay. Cool.
Maybe you're going and checking out the spider-webby crack?
I'm gonna. Oh,
'Cause that
well.
would be around the corner.
Do you specifically need it to be with the gun, or shall I go check out the
Just
spiderwebby crack over there?
Whatever is going to make the camera want to look at you.
Understood. All right. Well, I can't wait to see this crack over here. It looks very exciting. I have no social skill. Over here, it looks very exciting. I'm going to go check this spider web. We're going to go check out the krakens and the krakens, the walls. I'm just
Would adding more people help this?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Why don't we go do that?
Let's do
Blake?
that. Alpha Complex is very interesting, viewers. Let me tell you a little bit about about Alpha Complex and its construction as we go. Alpha Complex is very interesting, viewers. Let's talk a little bit about Alpha Complex as we go around the corner to look at these cracks.
These cracks right over here.
Yeah.
Yep.
So for the purposes of the camera, I would like a chutzpah charm roll from you just to see what the viewers are going to get from this.
Oh, great. Yeah. So that's from me.
Well, you're leading the operation.
He might. No, he's the leader. He should do it. No, you shouldn't. All right. No. Okay. Yeah. No, I'm gonna do it.
Sure.
I got this. I'm charming. Not in my dino body anymore, which is fine. It's fine. I don't care about that. It's fine. I'm not a. So anything that is not a 5 or a 6 is a failure, correct?
Only if you have a negative node.
I do.
Oh,
Very much.
okay.
Yes. So I got 1 success and 2 failures. Let's
Okay.
just.
Sure.
How many times can you spend chutzpah to reroll?
You mean Moxie?
That's what I meant.
As often as you like. It
Great.
depends, how important it is that you look good on camera.
I'm going to
Very.
spend. I'm going to spend a moxie and reroll.
Sure.
And that would be the exact same result. So I'm just gonna not press my luck and call it there. Everybody good with that?
Okay.
All right.
Can I use one of these cards to help him out?
Of course.
All right.
Oh, beautiful.
Cool. Actually, I've got a card that Dale made himself because that's how Dale likes to roll. I assume this one's called. I'm assuming that the handwritten ones are your
Yes.
own devising. This is called No One of Consequence. Describe someone who shows up. You get +2 to relevant nodes while the person is around. Draw a secret society card. If it isn't blank, you now owe a favor to that society. They know who you are. Can I have a secret society card,
Sure.
please? But
Ian, will you cut the deck?
this person's gonna show up and be very exciting on camera.
Okay.
All right.
And let me know what it says. Is it...
It's not blank.
Okay.
So, cool. I'll let you. So, all right, and now I describe the person.
Yes.
All right, cool. This person that shows up is a yellow citizen of some regard. They happen to be walking in. They are known as Evangelista YAAAB-11. They are super cool, and they have been on an episode of Shooters before, and in fact, maybe they crave the shooting lifestyle a bit, and maybe they are a bit jealous of how fantastically successful our last episode was. I don't know, but they happen to walk in, and they look fabulous on camera, and Kim recognizes Evangelista, whatever I said her name was. Somebody will...
YEAAAAB.
And definitely pans over to look at her, and she says, "You think that is how you dance? I will show you how to dance."
I wasn't dancing.
I think we're gonna have to start
I
dancing.
think she agrees.
Dance.
All right, so Kim is all over your dance lesson.
Great. Great.
So at some point, I'm going to be asking you about the dance lesson. But I'm going to help Kathleen with her thing first. So you can figure out how you're going to be addressing the dance situation.
Super.
Dale?
Yes.
Well, I'm going to make sure that nobody is around.
Right.
To the best of my abilities, obviously. I am going to think about Liam B. FAA-6, and I'm going to open the door.
I believe that's going to cost you a point of moxie.
Okay. I'll use my mutant power.
Yes, indeed. All right. So you open the door. You look inside. There's a bunch of stuff. It is completely uninteresting to you. And you turn away and decide not to look at it anymore.
Interesting. I decide?
Yeah.
That decision happens inside your brain.
Oh, interesting.
So,
And then I'm going to say, oh, look, the door opened. It's not very exciting. But this door is open.
so Kim is going to come back because she promised she would go through the door once you opened it. And I suspect she is missing the climax of the dance lesson. So what kind of look awesome while dancing skills do you have? Some sort of charm-based social dance thing? Give us some sort of number so we know what we're seeing here. I believe she is
it's
instructing
both of us.
both of
She
you.
sure is.
How about you go first
I'm
this
gonna go
time?
first.
I was trying to pick something non-violent
Uh huh.
that couldn't possibly hurt you.
Well, I mean, I'm not very good at dancing.
This is Ghostbusters. This is always Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Always.
So.
Gozer.
I'm gonna say chutzpah and athletics, for which I have -1. I rolled a 2, so I failed, and I rolled the computer.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're going to lose a point of moxie.
If I may, there was this great thing we learned about last time. And Dale even said, if you roll a computer and no successes, you might as well spend a moxie because you're losing one anyway.
I'll roll again.
have to.
You don't have to.
I'm gonna roll one more time.
Thank
This will
you.
Be very funny.
The vein thanks you.
Yes, I have to roll a 6 or else all is lost. I rolled a 4 and a 1, so now I am at 2 failures, Dale.
Instead of the one failure.
Instead of the 1 failure, I'm now at 2 failures.
All right, and you were doing this athletically. So, I know Kathleen
Mustn't forget to burn my moxie.
said that she wanted something that wouldn't hurt you. I don't know what kind of dance lessons you took.
Wow.
I hurt myself a lot when I was learning dancing.
Very advanced dancing here in the future of Alpha Complex.
Advancing.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like you've got probably some sort of like ankle issue.
Yep.
Or possibly a knee issue.
Well, I have very light bones. Did you know that, Dale?
I did know that.
Yeah, they're weird. They're weirdly hollow and very bendy, which means I'm given to doing a lot of very strenuous exercise and a lot of stuff like that. And because I'm so light, it means I can jump rather well. So I decided to do a jump. I decided to do a backflip, and I jump in the air and I do a backflip. But I'm used to having wings, and I don't have any wings. So I end up overcorrecting for how much I should backflip, and I land right on my fucking face.
So, even though you had 2 failures, I'm only going to hurt you for 1.
Great. Am I unconscious?
Please,
No.
please give me the sweet release of death.
How's your dance lesson?
It's your turn.
Well, I'm not used to being in this body.
Spent so many years as a dinosaur. These lanky limbs.
I look at Kim and say, allow me to dance you the dance of my people. And then commence to dance as if I still had a tail. What do I need to roll? What sort of horrible roll do I need to make now?
So, it's at -2.
It is.
Yes. So this is going to be, I think we've established that it's chutzpah athletics. That's what Beej rolled.
Chutzpah
Athletics.
athletics.
But -2.
But -2.
Oh, I could have done more failures. I didn't
Well-
roll my other -2.
The -2 is because he's doing the dino dance and he's not a dinosaur.
That makes sense.
So,
Yes, Dale. Yes, good. Math. Great.
Can I help?
Chutzpah. Chutzpah in athletics, -2.
Yeah.
Good. I'm on a negative note. That's great. I did 1 fail, 1 success.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
all right.
Don't
so,
re-roll.
No, not gonna. No. Mm-mm. No.
So
That was modeled for me earlier.
how would you like to distribute these? Would you like to look awesome but hurt yourself? Or would you like to look terrible and not hurt yourself?
Oh, take the social damage.
Can our officer see me right now?
Yes. So the good news for you is that when one of you is fined later for all of these public relations problems, it's not going to be you.
Oh, you gotta
I'm
suffer for
going-
your art.
To take the physical damage so that I'm going to take the social damage. I will take the social damage instead of the physical damage.
Okay.
Because the person I was trying to be kind to told me not to, and I respect people's wishes. Okay. Whee! So I beef it. Just beef it. I attempt pirouettes. I attempt spins. At some point, I attempt to, without looking, jump into Blake's arms because I still feel as if I am very tiny. Clearing him as he lands on his face. I then land on my face, and we look like we're in a perfect T.
Okay.
Great.
You still have hollow bones.
I do.
Yes.
I do still have hollow bones.
But I think that landing on your fellow troubleshooter means you didn't get hurt.
I didn't say on. I said cleared. I very specifically said I cleared him.
Okay. Well,
Very specifically.
yes, my bad. So for whatever reason, you don't get hurt. I was thinking, oh, maybe he landed on...
On my soft gun.
Okay.
That's what I call it too.
I mean, not when you're around.
Yeah, well.
Carrying on. So, you saw all this.
Yes, I'll let you finish this, and
I think that was the end.
Oh, perfect.
And I think Evangelista is like, my work here is done.
Flips her incredibly long hair. Takes at least 2 or 3 seconds to do that. And leaves.
Blows a kiss to Cam as she goes.
I mean, she's your character. Is this?
Yeah, what's like? Oh, I should have looked up the.
Does she have high fashion clothing?
Oh, absolutely, she has high fashion clothing.
The kind that only a
what
yellow
is-
can wear.
What is like? Is yellow above green as well?
Roy
Roy G.
Biv.
Biv.
Oh, okay. Well, she's all right. So she's pretty cool, but like she's still like she's like a YouTuber, so she's trying for the attention a little bit.
She could have been a former green who's been demoted.
Oh,
if
maybe.
there's something you're going
Yeah.
for.
Oh, yeah. She was a green, but she got demoted for being, even by Evangelista standards, kind of self-centered.
So when you're green, you have the option of going off the hormone pills. Don't know if she
That's
took
what I
advantage of those.
I would. Well, but wouldn't they put her back on if she was a yellow? Or is it
Sure, but
permanent?
once you're...
Oh, yeah, that's true. All right, yeah. So she's got a stacked bod, but none of us know what that means.
Okay.
It's
Bye,
just-
weird lumpy lady.
Goodbye, Pixel Monster!
Kids at home, would you look at that? This is exactly how Alpha Complex needs to work if we're all going to get along, stay in our space, and help each other. What a wonderful example of a yellow coming down and giving us such a beautiful, beautiful dance lesson. One day I hope you two reds will be able to dance as beautifully as that yellow.
It is now my newest, fondest wish.
The same!
Is the camera even on us?
Yes.
Always.
Still okay. Great.
Friend computer and the populace are always watching.
I thought the camera had gone back around the corner to go to the weirdly open threshold.
Yes.
Yes.
So, now that this has ended, like that was like Kim was going to see this and then go. I think maybe I said she was going to miss the climax. Oh, okay, so she's on her way, and she is telling, I guess you, because you're the leader. All right, so I'm going to go through the door, and then
Door? There's no door.
Hello?
Kim can see everything.
So
haven't
she
looked through
went
the door
around
yet.
the corner, and she's no longer in line of sight of any of you.
Okay.
So she went through the door and we just like, boop.
Yep. Well, because you're all around the corner. Like, it's not that you can't see her.
Oh.
She was talking, and then she cut out when she went through the door.
Oh, well, let's go find Kim.
Okay. So you go back around the corner. You can see her hovering on the other side of the door. You look through the door. It's boring. There's nothing really of note inside that building. You are so uninterested in the stuff that's inside that building. You're like, oh, maybe we can fix this somewhere else. Like it's just so not of interest to you inside that door. You two look inside the door. There are a lot of tubes inside there, and they are full of Brenda. In various stages of being grown.
Can I see to the end of the room, to the end of the other side of the room where the wall with the cracks is?
I don't think you have line of sight. No.
Great.
Yes.
What is my relationship to Marvin here?
To Marvin.
Yes, right here. Because that says Marvin. What's his letter?
Why?
Y?
Yes. So he is someone who contacts you occasionally.
Yes. To do
Things.
stuff.
Right.
Yeah. He's my buddy.
Right.
What do I need to do to recognize that? What do I need to do here to commit treason? To understand that these thoughts aren't necessarily mine? Is that a moxie spending thing, or is that I just can't? Which is fine.
There is no mechanic that says, get this stupid malicious software out of my brain. But there might be cards that let you make stuff up, or there's no method provided for you to do that.
Right.
You did see the top line of your aftermath document, right? I'm not trying to pull a fast one on you.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Ooh.
Yep. I did.
Okay. And Kathleen, you saw the top line of your
Now I know what it
aftermath document?
means.
Now you know what it means.
I was like, oh, that's weird. Oh,
Yeah,
I'll figure
that's
it out.
weird. But that is exactly how your character reacted, because part of that is that you are not at all concerned about that line. But you're aware of it.
I'm aware of it,
Yeah.
and I'm not concerned about it.
Right.
I would like to text Marvin.
Sure.
On a mission, just wondering, I have a virus I want to operate at peak efficiency as the combat officer. Anything you can do about that, bud? Dinosaur emoji.
So you are not concerned about the virus. That's part of the virus.
Yes. But
Okay.
I'm not concerned about the virus, but a virus means you are not operating at peak efficiency. On a mission, I would like to get rid of the virus so that I may operate at peak efficiency. There is no positive connotation to having a virus.
That's true. Which is why the virus has to over. Like I'm not saying no. I'm
of
just
course
trying to
not.
explore
Yeah,
this.
absolutely.
The part of the virus is that it's trying to prevent you from taking actions against the virus.
Okay.
So that doesn't mean you can't.
Oh. Anything you can do to help me operate at peak efficiency without mentioning the virus.
Sure.
Would that be acceptable?
That would
I'm not
be-
trying to rules lawyer or get around
I
anything.
appreciate that. I don't think you are.
I want to do the story thing.
Right. I honestly am fine with you coming up with a way to get rid of a virus. So you've sent off that text. Let me
have.
think about what Marvin Y says.
Yep.
Is it a terminate and stay resident style virus? Like if you were to actually like you shut down a computer and start back up again, is the virus still there? Would actually leave?
So
Because could you do this? Could you? Sorry, listeners and watchers, but I just want to ask: would that actually do it?
this would do it to you.
Right.
This is a first person.
But I could do that.
Yes.
Yes, cool. I have an option for you if you really want to go for it, Jordan R.
Are you asking me in character? Because all of this stuff is happening.
Right,
to
the
me in
cards
my
are
head.
out of character cards.
Yeah. So
Jacob consents to whatever crazy shit you have planned.
okay, I'm going to initiate file sharing.
Please, if you're using the card, please read it out
Yeah.
loud.
Yes.
The first one's free.
Jordan would indicate that he's like, this is an empty room.
Yeah. Give an action card to the player on your left. They give a card to the player on their left, and so on until it loops back around to you.
Oh.
You don't think the room is empty. You know what's in it. You're just completely bored by it. You
Oh,
think
yes.
It's completely irrelevant.
This is boring.
Yeah.
Yes. Which is not a thing
I,
Jordan would say.
I have given you. I've
you're
played a
going
thing,
to
so we
each
all have
be
to. We
giving a
basically
card
all
to
have to
the
pass
person
a
on
card
your
around.
left.
I have now given you what might be an option, and you can read it and decide whether you want to do it or not.
I'll pass that over.
Thank you.
Here.
Tempted to.
This one was fun.
I thought you'd like that one.
There's a risk.
Yeah,
There's a big risk. And you don't have to do it, but if you do, feel free to read it out.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm going to have to super not do this. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
That's fine.
Yeah. I think that's a very bad idea. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
You know you can buy those back up, right? Like that's just an XP point thing. You got that, right?
Nope. Let's do it.
Okay.
Great.
I didn't know that.
Oh,
Let's ride.
okay. Yeah, this is not a forever thing. This is a temporary inconvenience depending on what happens.
Oh, marvelous. Yes.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like Chaos Rain.
Okay, so then if you're using your card, please read it out loud.
Yes. You reset your cerebral cortex. Your best skill and one other skill get muddled. You lose all viruses and similar afflictions. Tell Dale, off and on again.
Okay, so,
My best skill is engineer at +5.
all right. And what you're going to do for that and your other skill is you are going to roll 2 dice and subtract 7, and that's your new score.
Okay. So that's my new score for
Engineer.
engineer. Oh, okay, got it. Okay.
So it might still be, if you roll 12, it's still a 5.
Okay, so roll 2 dice.
Roll 2 dice
Roll 2 dice, got it. Okay.
and subtract 7.
And subtract 7.
Yeah.
Understood. That would be 8, so it's 1.
Okay,
Excellent.
and you're doing that to one other skill of your choice.
One other skill of my choice?
Yes.
Ooh.
So you can pick
Well,
your absolute
neat.
worst.
Melee. Marvelous. Yes. Which is at a -5 right now. And is now at, and minus how much? I'm sorry?
7.
7. And has gone all the way up to
-1.
-1. Yes.
Okay.
Good. Well, that got better. Mm-hmm. It's no longer a steaming pile. Now it's cooled.
All right, so now the virus is gone from your head.
Yes.
So, A, you see all of the tubes of Brenda throughout this thing. You've always seen them, but
Yeah.
now you're like, wait a minute. Also,
I like Brenda.
you do, but until now, you didn't think it was at all weird that there are so many Brendas in Sector EAA. There are Brendas everywhere, and you were totally fine with it. You were like, oh, maybe there was a weird thing with clones. No, that was the virus talking.
Well, fuck.
Is Kim around?
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
just inside.
Is she doing anything, or is she just kind of like hanging out?
She's she's hovering.
We can't tell whether she's recording or not.
Correct.
Okay.
I could
We've-
roll engineer.
He's always recording.
Well, she was talking to us and went inside, and then upon going inside, cut off in the middle of a sentence, which is weird. If you're speaking, you don't just cut off unless something has completely shocked you, but it's a bot. So and plus 2 people looked inside and were completely uninterested in what they were seeing. So maybe this is the kind of thing where nobody wants anybody to know what's going on inside this room, and so she's recording black now. Maybe she's shut down. Like, I don't know.
I need the cards that have been spent.
Kim. Kim.
So you're speaking or you're...
Speaking out loud.
She's like, yeah?
How's the shot?
Kind of boring.
Okay. What do you got?
You're just standing there.
Okay.
Is the background in focus?
Well, the background, you mean the back, because she's inside.
Right.
Yeah.
No, you're in focus.
Should we move any of these tubes around?
So you're not inside the building, is that correct?
Oh, no, I should be inside.
Oh, okay.
We're all inside the building.
Okay, let's
now.
all go
Yes.
inside the
All
building.
right,
Yes.
so you
Yep.
walk inside the building, and your connection with the computer drops.
Ah,
So you are, you think of it as having no bars.
Oh, I don't
Your-
see their names anymore.
You don't see their names anymore. Your XP point counter is asterisk, asterisk, asterisk.
Is this a dead zone?
This is a dead zone.
Finally!
And there are all these tubes. Now that you've walked inside, you also see that there's a workstation and some other terminal type things. This is a boring room.
shouldn't be.
Do I notice at least I don't have a connection to the computer, though?
Oh yeah.
Cool.
You notice everything, but the virus is preventing you from being interested in Brenda
Okay.
I
or itself.
start
Well, I'm
walking
having a nice time anyhow.
towards the wall that would have the cracks in it.
Okay.
Okay.
So you're going to have to go around some stuff.
Okay.
It looks like someone very carefully drilled a hole in the wall, in this very, very, very old wall, and
How big a hole?
like
Only that big?
like 15 centimeters, and then they ran some cables through. But then this whole thing has spiderweb, so this whole back wall is just covered in cracks. There's kind of a cold breeze coming from this hole. Do you have a light source of any kind?
Brenda,
I don't think I
Yeah.
do.
I think. Can you just add some general illumination to this room? I feel like I could use some more light.
Kim.
Kim.
Right. I knew who you meant.
Yes.
I said
Brenda?
yes.
I'm hold on. I'm going to take just a quick half second to glance down at the Brendas and see if they're awake or not.
So there are a couple that look completed, but the others are all sort of just being grown. If you want, you can make
Grown.
a brain science check to see if they look normal for the way clones are normally grown.
Are eyeballs networked?
They are. They have lost their connection to the cloud. Is that your question?
They all naked?
No, like, you can
Oh.
still see.
Yeah, there's the pixelation. I don't know if the pixelation is networked or not,
Oh, it
because
wouldn't
you might
work.
just be having an existential crisis.
So the pixelation is resident software inside your
Okay,
eyeballs.
thank you. Okay,
I
so it's
think
still
what you were
operating.
asking.
Yeah, I apologize. Yep, I was
problem.
trying to ask it in a clever way and fucked up.
I'm also operating on the assumption that this is much like Japan, and that I haven't gone through puberty, so I don't care about genitals.
That's true. Because it's only
And you've
Japan
never
that
seen
does
one.
that.
Yeah.
Like when people are being rebels and they go and they're trying to graffiti something obscene on the side of a wall, they're doing pixels because all you've ever
Ever
seen
seen.
is pixelated.
Pixels.
You put
That's
your hands
amazing.
inside a pixelated mass, and then something comes out, and then you shake it off and you put it back in your pants so you don't have to look at the pixels anymore. How evocative.
Yep.
Thanks, Beej, for telling everybody that.
Well,
I like to think about how you pee in games.
Is there anything?
they seem close to grown, and that's good enough for me.
Okay.
They're not being manufactured.
Narrative consistency is important.
You started to ask
Oh,
something.
yeah. Well, is there anything I can, like, obviously I am not aware that I have a virus, so I can't, like, it's very hard for me to shake it off. Like, I think it's straight, like, I would say, I wonder why I don't care what's behind this door, and that's probably as far as it gets.
You can be interested in the computer station,
Sure. Well, I mean, I would know that my connection to the computer is down,
right?
and that to me would be very refreshing and exciting news that I would enjoy greatly. For no reason, so I'm gonna go. So I'm gonna go look at the computer.
Okay. So this is a terminal of the sort you don't usually see as an infrared or red, but it has some monitors and keyboards and such. I say keyboards plural because one of them has the Roman alphabet, which you're used to, and one of them has a completely different alphabet that doesn't look like anything you've ever seen.
Cool.
Yes, Jacob.
So out of out of character.
Right.
I believe priority 1 would be to see if there's anything in the computer station that can shut down Kim, who probably has local recording software.
Stands to reason.
Yes.
So if you're worried about that,
Yes.
you got a new purple card today that would take care of that.
Yeah, I did.
Just pointing that out. Purple cards are equipment cards.
Jordan.
Oh, thank Christ.
Jordan's just going to like very pointedly look at the gun, very pointedly look at Kim, and very pointedly look at everyone.
While you're thinking about that, I want to give Kathleen some out-of-character information. So, in the unaired pilot, you met someone else from Sector NHL, but he was actually from Sector NHL Beta. And you did some investigation, and you found out that he had found a place inside Sector NHL that wasn't the usual place the clones came from, but he had kind of hacked it, and so he had effectively an infinite number of bodies. Now, the virus is preventing you from being interested in Brenda. I don't know if you have a way of getting rid of the virus. If you do, this is information that would say, hey, this is what Brenda is doing.
Yeah.
Like why Brenda has all these bodies. She's clearly hacked something. This is not, you know that this is not a legit place for her to be getting her bodies from.
Right.
This is one of those hacked places.
Right.
Is the back of the door visible from the inside? Is it blue as well, like the door itself?
The door is physically blue.
It is all blue completely. It's not black on one side and blue on the other.
Right.
Okay.
But you could physically close it? Is that what you're asking?
No, it just was like if somebody was like to wake up in this room out of a tube and be like, oh, I'll just go through this door, and they go through the door and they leave, and then they shut the door behind them and realize, oh, I can't go back in there.
That's correct.
Okay. But they wouldn't do it because it would be a blue door.
Right. Now, some people can specifically have access to a specific door that's above their clearance.
Oh,
like
interesting.
you can do that. Like if you're the maid, you can go help out the ultraviolets,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd have to be able to, yeah.
You bring up a good point. I shut the door.
Okay.
I'm waiting for everybody's either affirmative or negative facial reactions.
Don't blow it up just yet.
In character, I can't come up with a reason why I'd want it destroyed.
Well, you'd want Kim destroyed?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't think he was asking for in-character consent.
Yeah, it was. That was in character.
Oh,
consent.
okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
so
it was.
sorry.
And
Very pointedly look at Kim. Very pointedly look at the gun.
I very pointedly look back at you, and then I basically just turn away and interest myself in the hole at the back of the room.
We don't need to blow. We don't need to kill Kim. There's no connection to the computer here. She's got, and here's the deal. Even if her local recordings are, even if she's destroyed, they can get whatever she's sent back to headquarters, but she hasn't sent anything back to headquarters, right? So unless she has, a local hard drive, we don't actually need to kill her.
That's my fear, is that if we want to operate in this room with impunity, we need to kill the local hard drive, and possibly anyone that objects to this course of action, so that we can all be very treasonous in this dead zone, because anybody that entered this room at this point would stop their upload, so their clone memory would stop as soon as they entered that door.
You all have local hard drives. So, if you want to review these memories later after you go out, you can.
Yes, after we go out, we can.
But we
I
won't
would
have
imagine,
them next time we spawn.
Right. If we die in this room, our memories end as soon as we entered this room.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But if Kim has a local hard drive, then we no longer, should we wish to, and I don't know why anybody would, because that would be treasonous, lose a base where we can actually talk and be ourselves. But in order to do that, Kim has to die and never be found.
So you're talking out loud, right?
No, this is out of character talk.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Oh.
All you were doing is looking from person to
Yes.
person.
All I was doing, all Jordan was doing, all Jordan was doing was wordlessly look at the gun, look at Kim, and then make eye contact with everyone.
We may have a fundamental misunderstanding.
Yeah.
Okay, yes.
I'm gonna be
Out of character, I want to kill Kim I want to make sure that in character everybody consents without giving themselves away on the local recording.
Yeah. I've in character.
Yes.
My character
has just looked somewhere
consented,
else.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep. Yes. Does that make sense to everybody?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't necessarily want to blow her up, though. She could be useful to us. She gives lots of XP. Also, our episode has not come to a thrilling and exciting conclusion yet, and I would like to have her blow up, possibly while one of us blows up.
I'm a good boy.
So
right.
one option would be to try to intimidate her into giving up her hard drive storage.
Oh, hold on, I've got an idea. Oh my gosh, Kim, you need to help us. We have figured out what is causing the cracks. This computer is bonked, and we need a hard drive to fix it. Can we borrow your internal hard drive very quickly so we can fix this computer?
So I'm going to need a significant bluff success with chutzpah.
I have a +4 to bluff, and I have 3 to chutzpah. So this is my possible best combination of rolls.
All right.
That's,
Possible best worst.
That's our fitness officer.
I'm extremely fit for duty. What can I say? I'm fit for treason. No one can hear me in here. Finally. Okay, cool. So that's success, neutral, neutral, neutral. 3 successes, 1 failure.
Okay, what would you like the failure to be?
I would like the failure that she...
So she's going to be unhappy about this, but she has to obey orders that don't conflict with her existing orders.
Right, and I
Like,
told
she
her it's
has
to help
obey-
the computer.
Yeah. So she is going to be forced to give up her hard drive to you.
Excellent.
But you've
All
got a
of the
failure
hard
in there.
drives. All of your hard drives. She is going to cut basically all of my shots from this episode.
All of your shots or all of your good shots? I think she's
all of
keeping
them.
the
Oh no,
face
yeah,
plant.
no. She'll basically. I'm going to look so bad in this episode. Kim is mad at me right now.
Okay.
Because she knows she's going to lose this recording.
Yes.
Sorry, Kim. We got to fix the computer.
So she ejects her hard drive.
Now we fix the computer. Donk, donk, donk.
So you need some mechanics engineering, I think.
Oh yes. Oh, now he gets me. Okay, so mechanics is 0, and engineer is -2. So that's.
You can ask for help.
Can somebody help me actually fix the computer because I actually don't know what I'm doing?
I'm very good at fixing things.
Oh, great. So
Are you actually?
no,
That's a lie.
very interested in fixing things.
Oh well, then do you want to fix it?
I would absolutely love to try fixing this.
Is there a support action?
you can roll, and yes, you give him extra dice.
Excellent. I would like to very much do that.
Okay, do
yes,
that.
just because I understand he has a passion, but not necessarily the, so Jordan just
Skill.
like, behind like, yes, excellent job. Yellow, red, left, your other left. Yes,
All right,
things
so
like that.
your new engineer score,
Yes, indeed.
plus mechanics,
Plus mechanics. All right, that's still 4, which is nice.
plus the computer.
Plus the computer, which is not nice. Okay, 2
so-
success, 1 failure.
In a dead zone, your computer die will still give you moxie stress, but it doesn't mean the computer somehow sees you in the dead zone.
Understood.
Okay.
All right, so that was +1, so you get +1 to your number.
Okay, so that turns it from this is mechanics engineer.
Yep.
That turns that into a -3.
Cool.
He's volunteering because he wants to ruin it.
No, I just like fixing things.
Yeah. He has that compulsion where he's bad at it, but he likes it.
That's 1 success and 2 failures.
I think it's 3 failures.
Oh, you are right because that's a negative, isn't
Yes.
it? Yep.
All right. So the success is that you get everything completely opened up, and you've got these basically 2 systems that are working together, and one of them is the kind of baffling computer system that you see all the time, and the other one looks like nothing you have ever seen. And the rest of you looking on, it looks like nothing you have ever seen. And there's writing on the components, and it's in this weird alphabet. You have no idea what it means. So,
But it's identifiable as an alphabet, not just...
well, because it was on a keyboard.
Okay.
May I ask, is the layout the same?
No.
Oh no.
Is it like
Can't
up
rely
and
on
down?
muscle memory.
Or is it left and right?
Um,
It doesn't matter.
I would say that's what I would do anyway, is I know how to work a computer, so I'm going to do the same things I would do on a normal keyboard
Okay.
on the other keyboard, because computers are all the same. It's just decoration.
So, happily, there was nothing wrong with this computer. You didn't actually need a hard drive for anything. You just convinced Kim that you did. So, you, with your 3 failures, have turned this computer on,
Wow.
and there's a lot of stuff scrolling past. There's a light on the back next to a cable that starts blinking rapidly. Also, one of the tubes starts draining. This is a tube that has a completed Brenda in it.
Great.
Good. Somebody we can talk to and ask some questions about.
Oh, that's not how this is going to go.
Also, you were looking at the tubes, but I need a brain science check.
I was looking at the hole in
It
the
was dark.
back. Yeah, because there's no light source on the other side. I can
Right.
just see cables going into this hole.
Right.
Okay. Can I... I guess it's more of a science thing then. It's like, can I determine what these cables are for? Have I
Sure.
seen
Some
them
of them
before?
are plugged into these computers. Some of them are some of them are power cables. Some of
Right.
the, like these, the cables are just recognizable cables. They're how they're doing stuff here.
Like I
in
can
this
kind
room.
of follow them a
Yeah.
bit. Okay.
They're not mysterious.
But the
But I
fact that
still
they're...
want the roll for looking at the tubes.
Okay.
Sorry, I interrupted you. The
That's
fact
okay.
that you
I can see what they end up with in the room.
Yeah.
It's where they go is the weird thing, because it's like because anything coming in, well, that's also the same as going out. So anything that's in this room that's plugged into those cables specifically, those cables are going into this hole in the wall that I can feel air coming through. And we should technically be in a corner space, and so that this exterior facing wall means that this is going to the exterior, and I can feel wind from it.
a very gentle
Very-
amount. Yeah.
A little slight cold breeze.
Yeah.
Which definitely gives me information about outside.
It's the Kraken's breathing.
Yeah. So you want me to? I look at the
The
things.
contents of the tubes. Yeah.
Contents of the
Science
tubes.
brains, please.
Science brains. Well, have I got a roll for you? +7. So I'm gonna need another dice
Whoa.
Yeah.
and the computer.
Hey, I think we figured out what some of us are good at.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking at 2 successes and 2 failures.
All right, so I'm going to give you a bunch of information, and some of it's true.
Okay.
If you're happy with
I
that.
am very happy with this idea.
Okay. So the Kims have
Or the Brendas.
Brendas?
the Brendas. Oh, I'm sorry.
I know.
We started doing it, and now I'm got on the confusion train. So the Brendas, their eyes are strange. They're still the cybernetic eyeball, but the construction around them is odd. There's something else going on there. They have a layer between their outer skin and their muscles that humans don't normally have, and you're not sure what that is. That's just growing in there. But the weirdest thing is from their torso up through into their necks. Now you can see that the completed Brendas have some slits in their necks that would get covered by their normal
The jumpsuits,
clothes. Yes. But whatever's happening with those slits, you think maybe they're feeding holes and they're going down into the abdomen.
Oh.
You're not sure what the things are inside the slits. You've heard of a thing called an ovipositor, but you don't know what it looks like.
Oh.
Okay. Hey, a tube is draining. One of these Brendas is going to come out and talk to us.
Oh, good. How helpful.
I wonder
Yeah.
where the hoses go.
I'm going to take a bead on her.
Okay, yeah, you're all set up nicely.
Yep. Yeah.
Good.
And be like, a tube is draining.
Through the hole in the
Who
wall.
is it
Like
back?
you can
Yeah.
follow them.
Yeah.
We don't need more company. She's not part of the team.
And the wall definitely, especially right around the hole, is looking on the fragile side.
Ooh. I mean, I don't want to get in the way of what you're doing, so.
So you have a couple minutes before she drains. If you want, we can say a couple minutes pass, but if there's other stuff that's going on, I do want to tell you one other thing that eventually scrolls by on this screen full of this alphabet that you don't know what it is. And that is a couple of times you see the letters ZZA. And they're clearly just Roman letters. You
Just in the middle there.
just in the middle of all this text, ZZA.
Oh, the tubes and if everything's leading outside, we should find out where those go.
Yes.
If you have a method, yes.
I would like we have a couple of minutes,
Yes.
and the screen is right there because I've posted up on top of one of the monitors to
Sure.
get stability. I'd like to keep half an eye on it. Could I make a roll to see if I can make any sense of that?
Sure.
Because I have Engineer 1, and
Yeah, go ahead.
yeah, cool. Brains, I would assume.
Sure.
Mechanics doesn't do anything with that?
Because you're just looking at
Yeah,
this
because
alphabet.
Yep. Okay. So that's just one. Okay, cool. Yeah, no, yeah, it's Z1. Awesome. Yeah, that's great.
Okay.
It's gibberish.
Yes. All right.
Can I do a brains check?
Sure.
Cool. I got brains at 2. It's all positive.
It's fine to
Hey!
be all positive.
I got a success and a failure.
All right. So for the success, I'm going to give you that this is talking about a sector. Sector ZZA.
Okay.
And whatever other alphabet this is, those people who created this alphabet don't have a way of designating the sector, so they're using the Roman alphabet to designate the sector.
Right. Okay. That makes sense.
For the failure, I think you're losing interest in what's going on around.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Boy, this is such hard work. I'm like, I just don't care about what's happening. Like, we're just in this boring ass room.
What?
And I think you know exactly what's going on because you were
Yeah.
just suffering from
Yep.
this.
Oh, you.
Is there... So, this room,
Yes.
2-story building, but clearly 2 stories tall. Like,
Yeah.
we're inside it. It's not
Full
a,
of tubes.
It's not a second floor.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. So, full of tubes filled with a liquid and Brendas.
Yes.
These weird-looking Brendas. At least I think so.
I mean, the exteriors look like all the Brendas you've ever seen.
Right. But there were certain aspects of them that when I really looked at one of the tubes, I was like, that stuff looks weird, and I think I know what it means, except that, of course, obviously some of the information was probably not true. There's a hole in the wall, a bunch of wires are running out of it,
Or in from it.
or in from it.
Because power cables coming in from it.
Yes. Cables running through this hole,
Yes.
unlike any other hole we've ever seen. Cracks are spiderwebbing out from that.
What a good team leader. You have masterfully summed up the situation.
Clearly, we
There's
should-
nothing else in the room other than, well, and the computer with the
Well-
2 keyboards.
Well, clearly the problem is that all of these cables are coming out of this hole, and they put a hole in the wall. So we need to cut all these cables and seal up the hole. That will seal
Exact-
up the cracks.
Yeah, we have to seal the crack.
Well, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
We have to get the cables out of the hole and then prepare the hole for proper patching.
and the hole's only 15 centimeters wide.
Ish.
Yes, okay. It's only about that big.
But if we leave cracks, that means that's going to be a problem.
Oh, we just put some
hole
tape
will
on
just
the crack.
happen.
We just put some tape on the cracks. Probably it'll be fine, or like cover them up so people can't see them. That'll be good enough.
We don't have to do any of that.
Well, I mean, it's technically our mission.
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah.
If you don't
But
finish your
also,
mission,
like, whatever is coming, like, I can't be having this conversation. I don't care.
Yeah, we don't have
Sorry.
No, that's totally fine.
like spackle. We don't have any sort of like the cracks are cracks, and you can't really fill the cracks.
You know what I bet you could fill that crack with was a ground up partially formed Brenda.
Speaking of Brenda,
Just
she's going
packet
to...
full of Brendas. Sorry, excuse me.
Yeah.
3.
No. I just wanted to say packet full of Brendas.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, so a single Brenda is going to wake up, and her tube's going to open. She's going to say, "What are you doing here?" And then she says something that just sounds completely bizarre, because I don't think any of you even have the concept of there is a second language.
It's just gibberish. Huh.
I can make noises too.
Well,
I've heard about stuff like this happening when a clone comes out wrong.
so she starts striding toward the computer table, and she's reaching for the underside of the table. But you have a bead on her.
I do.
Would you like to react to this?
Very much.
Okay.
Please stop.
Yes. In just a minute, I just have to do a thing.
I will shoot you if you don't.
Please don't shoot me.
Then please stop.
She stops.
Good negotiation. Questions, class?
Oh yeah, what the heck's going on here in this very boring room?
How did you get here, Brenda?
I just woke up.
What's your full designation?
I'm Brenda EAA27.
That's a lot of clones.
Yes.
For,
Absolutely. Would somebody please be so kind as to check under the desk where she was reaching?
So I'll just look under the desk.
There's a panic button.
There's a button here. What color is the button?
Probably gray.
Makes sense.
It's a button for everyone under here.
Okay. Have a second.
Do you know why you woke up here?
I'm literally 1 minute old. Am I not supposed to wake up here?
But you certainly knew where that button was.
So she has a lousy poker face, apparently.
Oh, okay.
And she's trying to be like, yeah, I have no memories of anything. I think you should make a psychology check. Probably a chutzpah psychology, trying to see through her lies.
All right.
So I'm telling you out of character that they're lies. Let's see what...
Yeah, let's see if I actually figure out that they're lies.
Yeah.
Let's see what Blake thinks.
Blake's an idiot.
Can I help?
Of course. You can,
you want.
You can all try to see through her lies.
I rolled 3 2s.
I am interested in people. Okay. It's positive for me, so that's 2 successes, 1 failure.
So I propose that you can tell that she's doing this and she realizes that you're onto her.
Right. A look is exchanged.
Yes. All right, so what has to happen for me to walk out of here?
You have to tell us exactly what's going on.
So she starts to talk, and she realizes that the words aren't coming out. So then she says, all right, well, and then she tries to talk and the words don't come out. And you, being completely onto her, realize that she is legitimately surprised that she is having trouble saying what she's trying to say.
It's part of the virus. I say out of character, because in character I wouldn't really realize.
Yeah.
But
Jordan will say, that seems like the virus you're afflicted with.
Oh, I have a different virus from you.
tell me about your virus.
Okay, so my virus...
Tell me about
Well-
my virus.
So your virus just makes it so the blah 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 blah. And what you guys hear
Damn it!
is your virus makes it so that you are not at all interested in the fact that there are so many of us here in the sector, so that we can continue the infiltration. And then she kind of slumps.
Does that mean you're going to be my roommate too?
And she...
Is she unconscious?
Yes,
Okay.
perhaps.
Well, she's
not
slumped.
conscious.
She's not giving any sort of outward indication that she is hearing us or anything else at this point.
Yeah, and she's just kind of collapsed.
Okay.
The moment she goes into a berserker rage, that's a dead Brenda.
Oh,
Yes.
you're ready in action, are you?
In fact, she didn't even have to go into a berserker rage to get to that point.
Oh, she told us too much and they shut her down.
That is what happened.
Oh, hey, let's use her to patch up the hole in the wall and call it a day done.
So, we're in a room blocked by blue.
Yes.
This is a fairly high-level room.
Yeah.
Stands to reason that there's a lot more, but 70% of the population is infrared.
Yes.
So there's still lots of infrareds around here.
But this is an unused area. Like
Yeah.
when you were looking at the computer, because you made it here so super quickly,
Yeah.
you had time to look it up. And it's like nobody uses this area. This is an undesignated area, just an open warehouse. And the only reason the computer was interested at all is because the cracks. But the computer still thinks there's nothing in this warehouse.
Right.
So,
We could make the computer interested in what's in this warehouse?
sure, that'd be super easy.
How do we do that?
You walk out the door and you tell the computer that it told you there was nothing here and there's something here. And then it refreshes the sensors and realizes what's here.
Unless,
It depends if you want
Yeah.
this to stay secret.
Unless we fix the cracks that are actually outside of this area, and then we have an area. If that's something,
then we have knowledge of this area.
then we have knowledge of this area,
And
and
the-
it's ours.
And if there's an infiltration going on in this sector, it sounds like it's external. Like everything it's something from outside wants in here.
God,
Yes.
why?
Yeah.
we agree on something.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can go outside and order some duct tape. It's gonna cost you like 2 XP points for a roll of duct tape.
Right.
And tape up the outside. And then you can spend some time. Is anybody good at programming? Do you want to get anything out of these computers?
Oh, hell, I'm not.
What are you going to do with all of the Brendas that are still in here?
I have a better idea.
Oh,
I think that we should sabotage this room.
Ooh.
And I think that our skills lend it. I don't think we'll have to try all that hard to sabotage it. We could just try to fix it, and it would probably go wrong.
Does the
Like-
computer have a CD-ROM drive?
no.
There's an opportunity for us to maybe learn a lot about what's outside. But whatever we learn, the moment we walk out of here, if it gets uploaded to the computer, we're iced. We get brought back, like
We're not going to know it.
yeah, because our memories will be gone of that bit. So
Can we like?
I think no matter what happens when we leave here, our memories are like that's it for us. Like when we walk out of here, our memories will be wiped or something, so that we don't remember what happened in this space.
not necessarily. Only if we die.
So at least one of you has spent some time in some dead zones. And I'm looking straight ahead so as not to indicate who that is. Anything you did in that dead zone, you still remember. So
Is it me?
presumably, do you want me to answer that out loud?
There
that's
is-
fine.
I'll take it from here, if that's all right.
Yes.
I've heard tell of certain individuals who have spent time in dead zones who still remember their time within the dead zone.
So
Sounds fun.
we could leave here retaining all this knowledge of this place.
We would leave here retaining perfect recollection of this area, so I've heard.
So somebody else though is still using this area too. So this isn't like we can use this space freely for ourselves.
No, because somebody's growing clones in here.
Yeah.
Is that something you'd be interested in?
Is using this space for ourselves or growing clones?
One thing at a time.
Yeah.
Would it be interesting to any of you to have a space like this of your own?
Oh, it'd make my club meetings a little easier.
Just Kim is still here listening. I'm just going to put that out there.
Yes,
Yeah.
but she has no memory.
She has no. You're right.
Yes.
Yeah.
She has no memory, and this is a dead zone.
Yes.
Yes.
And she can't open the door to get out.
Right.
But she could report back.
She
Oh.
has like her short-term RAM. She has
Right.
no storage. She could She could talk about it, but she couldn't give any footage of it.
Right. Okay. Interesting.
She could probably talk about it for a short amount of time until she's connected back to the computer and the Beowulf cluster that is totally fucked up. I don't actually think that she would be able to discuss anything that was in here past 8 seconds of going outside.
It would. So let's say hypothetically she has 1 minute of short-term storage in RAM.
Okay.
The moment she goes outside, that minute gets uploaded to the cloud.
Ah,
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah. Okay. That minute gets uploaded to the cloud. So we need to. We would need to. Yes. As we're discussing this, we'll need to let at least a minute go by and say very chipper, cheery things
About how much we love the computer.
about how much we love the computer. Absolutely. I'm just asking a question hypothetically. Is having a Dead Zone clubhouse something that might interest any of you?
Oh, probably.
Two things. First of all, I mean, we could just walk out the door ourselves and then wait 3 minutes and then ask Brenda to come out.
Kim.
Kim.
I mean, we could also ask Brenda to come out. I could use another. I could use another roommate.
Brenda is not doing much of anything right now, actually.
That's the best kind of roommate.
Yes. They don't pay rent.
2, unless we patch this wall properly, people are going to keep coming back here.
Yeah, other troubleshooter teams are going to have to come back here. And I don't like whatever I saw of Brenda, but at the same time, if we change anything about this space, like if we cut the wires, if we cut the cables, if we fill the hole, it's going to attract attention. So we can't do that. All we can do is patch the cracks?
Maybe we should take a page out of the Brown Scouts book. Take nothing but pictures, leave nothing.
With these, oh, sorry.
As much as it pains me to do this, because I think the computer is not very good at its job most of the time. I can say that in this room.
Why would you say such a thing?
We probably should, like, considering there is an invasion of Brendas and there's a virus that keeps you from knowing about it, it might be best to tell the computer that something is very wrong.
Yeah.
With all of these tubes, you think that with time and enough brain science rolls, you could use them to give yourself back your old body that has wings.
Hot damn!
I don't know if that's of interest to you, except that interjection indicates that perhaps it is.
I mean, if we could use this dead zone to grow our own clones, and if they don't come out with the weird thing beneath their skin that a lot of the clones seem to have.
And whatever mind control thing caused Brenda to not be able to tell us about what was going on and then die.
Oh, I can brain science roll that out, whatever that means.
I'm sorry. I want to be very, very clear here. Nibbles comes back?
I guess we know what you were like before you were now, so I guess we could...
Don't guess. Please no.
You don't know.
I don't know.
Chance?
There's always a chance.
Kingdom of Nibbles, this is mine!
He...
Just thumps down the...
They also say that in a survival situation, the one with the gun makes the rules, so...
Oh, I wouldn't kill any of you.
Oh, I appreciate that.
Wound? Severely wound. I want my body back.
I'm
We are
already
cleared
injured.
for that.
Okay. So, with enough brain science rolls, we could figure out a way to change these clones from Brenda's to being clones for us.
So you're going to have to get help with these computers. Like, you straight up don't have the skill to interact with these.
Right.
Some of you have ways of getting help.
Yeah?
If you use these, you can repurpose what's going on in this room.
Cool. Could I? Okay, I'm interested. And there's
Okay.
one thing. I'm going to play an action card. I'm feeling lucky.
All right.
And it says information says it wants to be free, but it got brainwashed. So a quick search of the data network so you learn something useful. When you play this card, you may ask one question of the computer and get and that's capital, the computer.
Right.
And get a straight, genuinely useful, informative answer. Security clearance levels still apply. Gain a treason star for suspicious curiosity.
So
Could I
you would
use
have to?
Could I use this to ask this computer for information and actually get a clear answer in a language I understand?
Wow.
Reading the card explains the card.
Because if there's the computer for us and something shut down this Brenda and
There
it
is
wasn't friend computer,
There is a computer for them.
there is faux
Yep.
computer.
Okay. So, faux computer. I mean, of course I'm going to say yes. I will leave it to you to explain why you got a treason star, because the card says you got a treason star.
Yeah, it's because it's pretty suspicious that I would be asking faux computer for this kind of information.
So,
Very important question. Faux computer, F-A-U-X or F-A-F-O-E?
FOE.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
We don't know.
I don't think we need to answer that
I
question.
mean, a friend of me? Anyway, yeah.
So, yes, I will answer one question.
Out of character, I need help forming this question.
Okay. What is it? What is the most important thing that we want to know in this instance? Now, out of character, Jordan can be shifted from his Kingdom of Nibbles thing if that is the will of the group. That's fine. That's not a hard line in the sand.
I think the most important thing to figure out if we get to ask faux computer one question is maybe not how do we make our friend a dinosaur again, but maybe what's going on. Something a little bit more.
www.duolingo.com.
Almost like, what's the end goal of this mission?
I wouldn't say this mission.
Or of the infiltration?
Yeah.
What?
Well, I mean,
Does that give us anything other than just knowledge?
Please lay out the mission parameters. Please lay out your mission parameters.
Could we just say who is behind this? That would give us a lead.
Yeah, they might just say Frank.
I
But if you lay out the mission statement,
So
that's the whole damn thing. Yeah?
almost
Am
like
I
saying,
crazy?
No.
please
Okay.
restate your mission parameters.
So that's not a question, but you could word that as a question.
Yeah.
Could you please restate your mission parameters?
Is that your question then?
The trouble is I can see that easily turning into respond to user input if phrased in that way.
Do you have a suggestion for how to rephrase that?
How do the...
I don't.
I don't understand why it would.
Well,
That's the
I'm too
computer's
dumb to have
mission.
conversations with you sometimes.
No, if you ask any computer what its primary method is, it's to respond to user input.
Oh dear lord. Yes. Okay. Yes. Yep.
Who
I wish you were wrong.
operates this building?
Yes.
Is that not better?
That'll get us interesting information one way or another.
Yeah.
who operates Alpha Complex or
No,
this building
the
specifically?
building we're in. Who operates the building we are currently in? It could be.
They'd say,
I mean, you could say.
well, it's Alpha. Well, you're currently in Alpha Complex.
Right. So then it's like,
It could just say me.
I could also just be like, who was the last? Who
Who's the last
before us? Who was the last person to access this console?
That would be something.
Brenda.
Yeah, I was about
Maybe,
to say
but-
But then we would know that it's a Brenda. But maybe Brenda. Maybe Brenda is not Brenda. Maybe there's a Brenda B that we don't know about.
But if
All
we
the
also,
Brendas look exactly like the Brendas in this tubes.
but they have different numbers,
Yes, they all have different numbers.
which means we can track the specific one who last used the terminal.
I mean, I think we have something with restate your mission parameters. Yes, that is the genie's monkey paw Dale answer. Of like, and asking who operates this, me, who was the last person to use this computer, most likely Brenda.
Yeah, okay.
None of those are satisfactory answers, nor give us the logical, give us a jumping point to make a logical conclusion.
Should we ask where?
Why are you making so many Brendas? Oh, infiltration.
Infiltration,
Yeah.
Should we ask where the cable the cable with the flashing light in the back of it leads?
It could just say outside then.
Well,
What is the terminal point? We could ask that.
How do we get to the terminal point?
we know that ZZ Alpha I keep saying ZZ Alpha, but ZZA is an important sector as well, and it's very far away from us.
What should we ask? What is in ZZA?
Because we're not going to be able to get there, we could just ask what's in ZZA. And that was, if I might metagame a bit, that was a piece of information we were provided.
It certainly was. Twice.
So, that might be the best way to go, is what's in Sector ZZA.
Which organization?
Oh, true.
Well, yeah, but
What if this
again,
is a
that
secret
might,
society?
That might just feed back like the Humpy Bumpkin Society. Be like, great, who are them? I said one question. Well, poo.
Or why is Sector ZZA coming? I know we're probably very close to being over time here.
So if you like, you're trading a treason star for the answer to one question.
Yes.
If you each gain a treason star, I won't monkey's pod. I'll just tell you stuff.
Sold.
Yeah.
Is that cool?
I consent.
Yeah, me too.
No pressure.
so then-
but I feel like we've been talking about this for a long time. And
We have, yeah.
You know, it'll be more interesting.
Just to see it happen. So, do we want to know what's in Sector ZZA, or do we actually want to hear what the mission, like who's behind this?
Well, if we ask mission parameters,
Yeah.
again, just to make a case for this, we have, and he's not going to monkey's pod if we're all cool with the treason star.
Yeah.
Then we can give orders were given by X from Y to this for this.
Yeah.
It's not the answer to one question. It lays out
A few
what the
pieces-
fuck are you?
Yeah, a few pieces of information.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's also.
Because even saying what's in Sector ZZA would be almost better to say something like,
Rats.
why did Sector ZZA come up on the screen?
Yeah.
You know, but yeah.
We also get a mission achievement for gaining a treason star today.
Yeah.
We do.
I'd forgotten about
So
that.
there's reasons to do that.
Sure.
Yep.
Sweet.
I thought that's why you were suggesting it. I was like,
I had
sick.
totally forgotten. No, that is not. But,
Cool.
But good for you.
Oh,
All right.
all right. I guess we're doing it.
I also want to make sure that you don't feel like I just
No.
pooped in your Wheaties.
No, not at all.
Okay.
Not at all.
All right,
not
cool.
At all.
All
Okay.
right. So
We're all-
I want to make sure that we're all on the same page.
We're all going to gain a treason star
Yep.
and get the XP points for doing it.
Yep.
Which I'd
And
forgotten about.
we're going to ask. I'm going to be lucky and ask. Could you please state the mission parameters?
All right. So I'm going to tell you a bunch of stuff, and if you're thinking, oh, they would logically have added whatever, because I wasn't anticipating this at all. This is not prepped. So good job.
Can you add the words in English to your
yeah.
statement?
Yeah.
Sure.
In all languages, so as to not give away who is actually asking.
All right.
Simultaneously.
So, there. Wow, you're getting a lot of information. It's only session 2. Okay.
Don't worry, we'll screw it up.
I know.
Feel free to just keep a little back if necessary. But yeah.
I'm going to try to give you a gist of what's going on.
Great.
So, the underplex connects to sector ZZA. And the leader of the underplex is unhappy with leadership of Alpha Complex and feels she can do better. And she is working to become someone with source code access on the computer. This is part of her infiltration efforts.
That's why there's so many Brendas. Eventually, she'll get there.
Because it's Brenda! The Brenda!
Over Brenda!
And she had something going on, and then Sector NHL got shut down, so she's moved it here because there was a huge vacuum, because this great big space just became available. So
Not because we suck.
No, because they shut down yeast production
Yes.
because it was too cold here.
Yes.
But you know what? It's warm enough to grow. Brendas.
True.
So there are 2 massive walls on the exterior of Alpha Complex, and that's where a lot of conduits and cables come through. So they tried to just tap into them, but the wall is so old that it spiderwebbed. So if you spent the XP points and bought a flashlight and looked through the hole, you would have seen the far wall and all these cables running through there.
Fascinating.
That would have meant leaving the safe place.
Yes, it would
Yeah.
have.
Yes.
So, at some point, you're going to leave this safe place. Does Kim also leave this safe place? I feel like this is the final question that we need to answer this
Indeed.
session.
Indeed. So, course of action. We've all decided to be treasonous, yes?
Yep.
Yes.
We will step outside after a full, using your 3-minute plan, telling him to stay in there for the full 3 minutes. We will have heroically ordered everything and reported back that we had, and we'll seal everything on the outside. I will toss things into the room to everybody after I order them. You can patch things up from the inside so it doesn't spiderweb so much, perhaps. And then we can use, we can leave this place either as a safe house, or we can go and, you know, have you make more rolls and then unlimited clone bodies for us. Does that sound good?
That is-
And then we can leave.
Definitely potential for the future if we need to, yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. And that will
It's
leave
not
this.
super easy to get in here.
You're ready
Yeah.
to say something.
No.
Because what we know,
I'm trying to square things away.
well, what we know so far is that somebody's been able to come in and out of this space without the computer ever finding out that this space exists currently, right?
We're all very treasonous people, and I'm having a very hard time keeping my mouth shut right
Yes.
now.
So because other people have done it, we can do it too. The computer does not have to necessarily, friend computer does not necessarily become wise to this room existing, just as long as the cracks get fixed. So we're fine. The
We
space,
are mostly fine.
yeah.
We have a compatriot who's having an issue. A compatriot who I'm wondering if they like banana. Have you ever had banana?
I don't know.
I think you might like to try banana. And also, please consider that this room here has so much technology that you've never seen before.
It certainly does.
And it would be only yours.
And it might break, and you might have to fix it.
That sounds good.
So I guess we song and dance for Brenda a bit. Or not
Yeah,
for
for Kim.
Kim,
We're all going to do it at least once, I'm sure. But we all song and dance for Kim a bit, talking about how boring this room is and how we don't understand anything that's going on here.
We could also just
but we
leave-
fixed it.
We could also just leave Kim here.
Can I make
She'll forget about us eventually.
Oh yeah, we can just leave her in the room. She can't get out.
Yeah, but she's trying to film an episode.
She'll forget about that pretty soon.
That's a good point.
Yeah, but the people that
They won't
yeah,
know where
there's
to
a whole
find her.
production company that's going to be like,
Where's
well,
our-
we don't have an
where's our
episode.
Kim?
Right.
It's like, where is the Kim? It's like, well, the Kim's not registering thing. Well, we must not have that Kim anymore.
Kathleen?
Good point.
What's a foam grenade do?
Pretty much what it says on the tin. You
Does the
throw it.
foam get hard?
I don't remember, but
Or is it like
believe-
Ibiza?
It depends how many Brendas there are in the room, but
Or is it like the quick drying foam he had last time that
That's
turned
what
into
I'm thinking.
concrete, right?
That would
Yeah.
be a great crack sealer.
Yeah.
Maybe
So-
we should have wasted all that.
Stuff the
glue.
foam grenade into the hole.
Yeah, yeah.
Pull the pin, and hopefully it doesn't blow everything apart. It just seals everything
Yeah.
up with foam.
It gets hard, yes.
That's an option.
You can order them from.
Yeah, there are 100. 3 of them is 130 XP points.
I think that's a fine idea.
However, we could also just do a half-assed job for 2 XP points and enough duct tape to go around.
Yeah, but how do we make something exciting so that we still get, so that our episode still airs and all of that stuff?
We just made 101 XP points. I think we can kind of let the episode slide this
Right.
time.
I'll die.
I'll help.
You're gonna die cleaning your rifle?
Yep. That was my plan.
Oh, that's very dark. I didn't think this situation was all that bad. Like, it's not as colorful, but it's not, you know.
If you die, you'll forget about this room.
Balls. I mean, pixels.
Sorry, you can die outside.
Yes. I won't forget about the room. I have experience in these matters.
Okay. What are we doing? Are we leaving here and then Kim will be out in the open and Kim will get to film Jordan cleaning
Speed cleaning my rifle, yes.
for the final time?
Yes. For the last time.
Watch how fast I can clean this thing! I hope you have long limbs. That's so dark.
I do. That's a problem.
Oh, God. Go, computer.
All right.
That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing.
So you do the song and dance. You leave. Some of you might have bought some duct tape. Some of you might have bought some foam grenades. We can sort that out.
Death is super low stakes here, right? I'm not
Yeah,
just being a
yeah.
sociopath.
No,
Okay,
no, I
great.
think this is fine.
Yeah, right.
I like
yeah.
your solution.
I was like, this is super low stakes. It's cool. I got 3 more. Like, I'll take one for the team and maybe end up being a dino again. That would be great.
All right. So we do that plan. You do wake up in a normal human body.
Just gonna ruin that for you now.
No, thank you.
Oh, well, I can't wait to
Whoa.
see what this says.
So this increases the number you own from 6 to 7.
Okay, that's
So,
cool. Nope, we'll count them down.
Yeah.
I'll get back
read it
there.
out loud.
I have faith. Secret Society gives you an extra clone body intended for someone else. Draw a random Secret Society card. If it isn't blank, you now owe a favor to that society. They know who you are. Tell Dale. That's not yours.
The 2 nicest words in all of Dice Friends.
Tell
Dale.
May I shuffle these or just
Sure.
drag her off from the top?
Yeah, I don't care.
Oh, excuse me. I get gassy when I'm nervous. Boop.
Blank?
No.
Okay.
Definitely not.
Huh.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Super, huh? Good stuff. Good
All right.
stuff.
So, Jordan REAA3.
3.
Yeah.
Yep.
You wake up, and you can rejoin your compatriots, but I think the mission is over.
Over.
You found out quite a lot of stuff. Good job on that. I'll have some questions for you about who you're telling, but you've now discovered that the Underplex is invading Alpha Complex via Sector ZZA. That's probably valuable information.
We did it.
And what the hell could we even possibly do to stop it?
I look forward to finding out. Thank you for watching Dice Friends. This has been episode 2 of Trouble in Paradise, and it was brought to you by you, as is everything we do here. Thank you for your support. If you would like to support us further, you can go to patreon.com/LoadingReadyRun or become a member here on YouTube. And please join us in a week for episode 3 of Trouble in Paradise.